Reserve. Book rides in advance. Get extra wait time.
I don't think George is hurt. I think he's scared. What's up? What do you want, George? Boxing and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. His record stands at 20 wins, 7 losses, and 1 no contest.
Hello, brother.
He is the two-time welterweight champion from Stockton, California, introducing Independence Bad
She's nifty ass army, motherfucker.
It's like a fire AC cover. It's like so.
Alright, so here we go with round one. Seems to be a situation in which he wants to do everything in his power to keep this fight on the field. He's going to have a lot of advantages at distance. We'll see if he can get it done tonight.
Yes, he has all the advantages because we don't see many specialists anymore in UFC. Guys can generally do everything, but this guy is a jiu-jitsu player. He wants to to get the fight to the ground and start to weave his web of traps to try and find a submission. This striker needs to maintain his space. He needs to make sure he is not on the ground. Avoid it at all costs. Big punch lands over the top. How's he going to follow this one?
Oh, he lands another hook there. He's already landed several in the round. That one might have been the cleanest of the bunch.
He turned his chin, made his chin touch his shoulder with that beautiful hook. He really got all of himself into that hook, pivoted off the right hand, big left hook lands. What a great punch.
Oh, that right hand is on point.
Leg kick.
Oh, and he connects there. Pretty nice punch there.
Great job finding the range to land those punches. Yeah, he fixed it all up. Watch decent body.
Oh, nice strike by McGregor.
See, Conor McGregor is a fantastic striker, and once again, that skill is on display. It won't take many of those.
And he landed the right hand there.
He's got to whip his hip into that kick. Look at how he turned his hip into that leg kick.
Right, single collar tie now. Oh, man, the hook is there again. It seems like every time he's gone to it in this fight, it's been there, and none more punishing than that one.
None more punishing. What a fantastic shot. Way to find it hook over and over again. Now they're starting to really take an effect on his opponent.
Diaz gets absolutely punished by that head kick.
There's no give on that leg kick. Big powerful punch land.
Easy on that punch right there. His opponent's compromised, DC.
It's one thing to land a hard shot. It's another thing completely to land a perfect shot. And that was a perfect shot.
Well, he continues to do a nice job here defensively, protecting his head, raising the guard, and really frustrating the offensive fighter a little bit.
Lesson one in boxing class. Hands up, chin down.
Clipped him with a right hand there. All right, he's been very clean with his hooks on the feet here tonight, and it's the way he set it up that has really impressed me.
Yeah, it's very impressive to see him pop the jab, pop the right hand, touch, and then boom, sit down on that hook. He's trying to find it again. You can see him setting up his opponent, trying to get the hands to drop so he can drop that hook over the top.
3 rounds. Judges scored this contest 29-28, 29-27, 29-28. By the winner by unanimous decision.
DC, take us through the play here.
Yes, the winner! That allowed him to
Have
take
you ever
control of the
wondered how
round.
much it would cost to buy the palette from Versailles? If you want to acquire the most famous chateau in the world, you're going to need a pretty hefty wallet. Before we get to the valuation of this extraordinary property, let's take a closer look at what's inside this extraordinary estate, built by Louis XIV. Yes.
Oh, he lands a massive kick
Our
here.
deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure.
Get right here!
Beyond measure.
He's hurt bad, John. He's hurt impressive. He's gonna finish that now.
All right, so new round, same narrative as he continues. Straight punches we've seen all night.
These straight punch lands, and he got it hurt very bad.
Big kick there, blocked by Diaz.
What a punch.
Nice hook lands.
Right hand. He's in trouble. He's hurt bad.
Right, to Jesus Christ. You know what, yeah? You stupid fucking bullshit what's going on. This is dead already, mate. Get out of here.
Oh, he might be out. And just like that, the fight is over.
He got him. What a fight.
Yeah, there's another one for the highlight reel. That's probably as good a knockout as he's had in the UFC. Just a perfect shot to end the fight. Crowd absolutely loving it. Flush land to close out his opponent. I'm not even sure the other fight. Who's referees in the octagon?
Very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are.
part of life. It ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
3 seconds.
Because you're moving, go through all the battle you gotta go through to get to where you want to get. Who's got the right to stop you? It's only you. That's the only thing you see. It's only you. It's only never said there's something softly. And you told no. It's your right to tell you that. Nobody. It's your right to listen to your gut. Ain't nobody's gonna say no. And the earth will be what you want to be. What you want to do.
It is a welterweight matchup between Nick Diaz and Cole. So here we are back in one of America's most underrated sports cities. Good to have you with us in Houston, Texas tonight inside Toyota Center. And this is the site of one of your biggest and I know most signature wins of your career against Gus back in 2015.
One of the biggest fights in my life, and I beat Alexander Gustafsson at UFC 192 when I retained my championship. One of the hardest fights in my entire life. Toyota Center is a great fighter. Big.
There's a big right hand. Timely defense there. Huge block for him. Oh, beautifully placed hook there. He's connected on a few of them so far here in this one.
He sets him up beautifully. He always pivots. He turns on the front foot, and he drives his entire body into that hook.
Man, is he timing his shots well here tonight. You see, it's hard to recall him being this accurate.
And he is so sharp. And not only is he accurate, what a fantastic stroke. Oh!
Back to the feet. Oh!
That's how you finish your fight.
All right, dominant position for him here. Full mount. If you're the bottom fighter, better start moving those hips, DC.
Oh, you got to start moving those hips. What you should do initially, right, is start to push at the knees. Push at the hips, create some distance, shrimp, and try to recollect half guard. Half guard sucks, but it's much better than being mounted fully by your opponent. He needs to start looking to finish out because he's got his opponent hurt very bad. Look at that. It's over. It's over.
Yeah, brutal elbow to stop his opponent right there in his tracks, and it really takes strong technique to deliver a shot like that to maximize force over a short distance. But man, when guys do it right with those elbows, it is apt. Now we go into...
I was fighting.
Going to the contender after Freddie Roach. Oh, really? Nice. Live? Boom, we're live. You want to wear headphones or no?
Yeah.
That's right, that's right. Do you wear, are your cauliflower ears, they keep you from wearing earbuds? You know those little things that go in your ear?
Does I need to it? No, I don't need it.
You don't need it. No,
Yeah,
I don't have to. Just keep this close to your face and we're good. Alright, there we go. What's up, man? How are you?
Fantastic.
You look good.
I feel good. I feel my little sore that I had would be. I feel better than when I was 25.
What did you have? You had colitis?
Yeah, colitis. Yeah.
What is that? What causes that?
Coming up next, it's a
We don't really know what it causes, but the best theory is that before my last fight, Michael Bisping, I tried to put on extra weight. So I followed a diet program that I was eating almost every 2 hours. And
So here we
I
go
think
with
your
round
system
one.
is like a
Seems to
car,
be
you know, you do a
throwback
lot
to
of
the
mileage
matchup here. A classically
before you
trained
lose it.
striker taking
But
on a
that's what
Brazilian
happened with the
Jiu-Jitsu
stress
black
and
belt.
everything.
But
So
BJJ
my
black
training
belt with this guy
capacity
doesn't even
dropped.
begin
You
to
know, I
describe his
couldn't sleep. I
potential.
It
had
does not
crazy
describe
cramps.
how
You
good
know,
he is.
something
His
like that.
vast knowledge
Blood.
of all the
Even like
jiu-jitsu
this,
positions.
when I went to the
This guy,
bathroom at
once
one
you're
point,
on
I
the
had
ground, there is
to do
no
some
place
tests
where
because
you
I
are
was
safe.
worried
You are
that it
constantly
was
getting
something
attacked.
more.
He's
Like, I mean,
always
Scott
throwing
is
up
very
submissions.
serious,
He's
but
always attacking
that it
arms.
was like
He's
cancer or
always
something
attacking
because
your
I had
neck,
blood.
doing
So I did
everything to
some
try
tests,
and
it
make
came
you
out
think
negative,
submissions
and I
coming,
said to myself
even if
that
it's
this
just to
fight being
change positions to secure top.
delayed, not delayed, but postponed so many times that
Oh,
if
nice right
I
hand.
do something, if I say that perfectly what is going
Gets
on,
caught with that
I'm
punch.
going to
About
lose
a
the
short
opportunity to fight for the title at
That's a big knee to
185,
the
so
body there
I
by Diaz.
keep it shut.
Man, is
And
he
I
timing
told
his
myself
shots
that
well here tonight,
whatever
DC.
it
It's
is,
hard
I'll
to
deal with it
recall him
after the
being
fight.
this accurate in the
So I
past.
did
I mean,
the
he
fight,
is so
everything went well.
sharp.
Then after
And
I
not
went
only
to
is he
do, it's called a
excellent, he's also
colonoscopy. They put a
very
camera
good.
inside of you.
Oh, that's
And
gonna soften
I
him
got
up. Massive
diagnosed
knee
with
to the body.
ulcer colitis.
Landed a
That's
big
probably
kick
the
there.
mix of the stress and also the fact that I was constantly eating. I was eating and not only eating, too, I was trying to put on some weight. It was very hard. Sometimes I remember many times I was having breakfast, but I was regurgitating my breakfast. Like throwing up because we just eating too much food. Yeah, but I had to because I needed to keep myself in a certain weight. And the crazy thing about it is, first now I realize it's a mistake. I should never have done it. When I made the weight at 185 the day before the fight, I could not go back up to 190.
Nice 1-2 there.
That's the highest I was going back up. So the day of the fight, I woke up and I had a little breakfast and threw up my breakfast again.
You insist
Wow,
on
yeah,
bringing
that
it
was
down.
really messed up. Then I went to weigh myself, I was like 190. Wow. Yeah.
What do you think Mike will?
Felt very strong. I mean, it's not really the weight at this time because the way that you weigh right now, depending what you eat, you have a lot of stuff inside your intestine and everything. So and also water retention.
Dead in real
I
life,
felt
man.
like
It's
I
not
had a
because
lot of
the
water retention.
UFC game gives you the benefit of the doubt.
Exactly. So it's like that way. It's like a bag.
In real life, it is dead.
What I should have done, I think,
Yeah.
is just stay the same way that I am. Natural weight. I think the body has a
Just an
way
absolutely
that
gorgeous shot to spell the end
it's
for his
this way
opponent. Crowd is
from an athletic
absolutely loving
performance,
it.
and that's what I
He
should
gets
have
the
done.
near
But
perfect
it was a
land. I'm not
mistake
even
on
sure
my
his
part.
opponent saw it coming.
So you were just
the way
thinking
he
that
threw
because
it
you're going up to 185 and you're fighting a guy this big that used to fight at 205.
Exactly.
He's a pretty big guy.
Exactly. That I thought that
You done?
to
We're gonna love
perform
rematch.
better, I needed to elevate my weight, but by doing that, I create a big problem of health issues. So
That colitis didn't exist before that.
not that I got diagnosed for, no, and I think that's what triggered it.
And so after the fight, now that you've gone back to a normal diet, has it changed?
So after that fight, what happened, and it's very interesting I got on medication, and I met a doctor. That his name is Jason Fung. Is in Toronto. People can research. He's an amazing guy. And I met a doctor that treat people with cancer and diabetes with intermittent fasting. So I started doing a program of intermittent fasting and time-restricted eating, and all my symptoms diminish. Like every week, every month it diminish. So it's getting better. It's not 100% now, but it's getting a lot better. A lot better. And I feel a lot better.
A lot of people eat like that now. We had Ben Greenfield on yesterday, who, he's a journalist, is like experimenting with his body, done a lot of scientific stuff and scientific research on diet and restricted eating is a big part of it. He does a lot of that.
It's interesting because we're conditioned to think that I want to gain muscle, I want to get, I need to eat more to accelerate my metabolism. But I never felt better in my life. If it would not be for that particular issue, I feel better now. I sleep better. Inflammation, and I will also did the test. In January, I went to McGill University to do a scan on my weight, my fat percentage, my muscle density, bone density, and my in 5 months I did it 2 days ago, like not this week, the Tuesday of the last week, and my fat percentage has decreased, my muscle mass has increased, and my weight is at the same.
Interesting. Oh my god, someone who actually wants to fight properly, okay.
My training did not have changed. So the only thing has changed pretty much is the restricted time eating and intermittent fasting. Yes. Yeah, the intermittent fasting gives your digestive system a break, and it lets your body recuperate better. I think that's what it helped me the most. Yeah, I think that's what it is. I felt like I was like I said, like a car. I was consuming too much or nothing, and I think as human beings we're overfed. I'm very interested about biology and also history, and I know that human being in hunter-gatherer time did not eat 3 meals a day. No, they eat maybe a few times a week, but when they eat a lot. Yeah, they need to do it fast. So I think it's more natural for human beings to do so. And also, I read a lot of stuff and I watch a lot of stuff on the internet about intermittent fasting and time-restricted eating. And I just wish I knew that before. For so many years, I used to follow the rules. Oh, we need to eat at least 3 times a day. And I don't really care of what I eat, but even though in the morning I was not hungry, I was always forcing myself to eat, which is bad,
Yeah, what has changed in your diet? Like, what do you eat? Like, what's a normal meal for you?
I don't really watch what I eat anymore. It's more when I eat. I try to eat healthy, but I don't have a specific diet. Like for example, like Tuesday I'm gonna eat this. That's not how I work. I just try to eat healthy. I try to eat good, and of course I don't look at this the desert. If I want a desert and chocolate, I'll
Well, I remember that from one of your old videos. Like, you were having a glass of wine during training, and you're like, something wrong with one glass of wine.
Okay, man, stop.
I don't think
Why are you bullying him? Why are you bullying him? You're bullying him, son.
Before I fight, we have the tendency to
Come, Mr. Edwards. You ain't no Rocky.
Should I do that? I think it's
Intense.
You're bullying him, son.
When I went to
You're
Thailand,
bullying
I
him.
met some world champion Thai boxer, and they smoke, they get drunk before the fight. I'm like, you're fighting tomorrow, man. It's no problem. But when you think about
Bullying him, son. You're bullying him.
This is to the other extreme, yes. But I don't think it has that much of an effect. And you know what I used to eat?
You're welcome.
Before a fight, my meal of choice, before I got into reading about eating and stuff like that, I was eating pasta before fight. Most of my fight I eat.
You're trying to give me a...
fettuccine alfredo.
Get out of here.
Again, that's a lot of carbs. I mean, it seems like but I mean, it's not bad. But if you eat, to talk to, for example, a nutritionist will be like, "Oh my God!" It will grab his head. Will be like, "So my guys used to eat that. He used to eat a steak and pasta before his fights. That was my thing. I used to eat pasta all the time, and no problem with that for me. And I felt great. But I started reading about nutrition and stuff like that. I was like, "Oh, you need to eat clean," and like, they never affect me. I don't think it has that much of a big effect. It's more psychological, I think.
Well, it's also, you think about how much energy you're burning. You gotta think for the average person, a bowl of pasta is not expensive. Yeah. But for an athlete that's about to fight,
You're bullying him, son.
5-minute rounds against a world-class fighter, you have different energy requirements. You have different nutrition requirements. You can burn off way more fuel. Like, I was listening to Chad Mendez on the podcast the other day, and he was talking about how he's so hungry. He eats so much. He just wakes up in the middle of the night and he goes to eat sometimes. He just can't go a couple hours without eating. He just has this crazy metabolism.
You know what? Since I discovered diversity,
Oh, that ain't working for me, man.
fasting, now I feel better by training.
Yeah, ain't working for me. He's bullshit. But listen, powers don't work like that in real life, yeah?
Especially in
Oh, thanks you, man. Thank you. You know what? Thanks my bollocks.
yeah, man.
You do like first jiu-jitsu class in the morning.
You must be again, innit?
I
You
never had
prick.
food. I haven't eaten today. Just put the coffee you give me.
Right.
First thing.
Come on, let's go.
It's 12,
Let's
20.
go. Keep saying thanks, innit?
I'm gonna go train
Scared,
with
you
my
pussy.
And then I'm daily. And then I'll eat one. And maybe I'll eat another time. I'm
You're gonna
late
read that stuff.
eater. That's one thing. I'm not too good. I don't like to eat too much early during the day.
I'll just move on. You've got 5
I
seconds,
used
man.
to eat because
Right, let's go. Yes,
everybody
please.
eats.
Please.
But
Oh,
now I'm like,
please.
I'm not gonna eat this. Since
Makes
I
me better.
discovered
There
this.
you go.
I don't eat when I'm not hungry. And the thing is, why people eat is because their spike of insulin. You know.
Yeah.
So when you like when I started doing intermittent fasting, time restricted eating, it was hard in the beginning because I was conditioned to eat.
Be Leon Edwards now.
But my body acclimated to it. And now it's very
Leon Edwards.
I can eat once a day, it's no problem. Like right now, you know, I could do it.
When I say a
And I think
rematch,
it's good to be
rematch
hungry
me on
in a way
Leon
that-
Edwards.
I remember the doctor said something to me. He said, would you rather be like a
Fucking pussy.
lion that just had a
Leon Edwards.
belly or an angry lion?
Leon Edwards.
I'm like, as a
No, I'll show you how, yeah?
be like an angry lion, and it makes sense to me. If you look at
Where
nature,
is
it
it?
makes
Where is
sense.
the fucking-
You know what I mean?
I don't even know where
It
he's
does make
at.
sense, especially when you do time restricted eating. Your body gets used to
There you
burning
go.
fat too.
Be that
Fat is
character.
fuel.
Be
It's
him.
true. It's true. That's why I think.
No,
when
I don't want to
the
be him.
test
You be him.
compare My fat
Yeah?
percentage.
I'll be
I don't
Nick
have much,
Diaz.
but it diminished. And the doctor
I'll be
I met,
Dickhead.
I says to him, I say, yeah, I gained a lot of weight. He said, do you think I'm going to
whatever.
lose muscle? He says to me, if you
It
believe
is what it is, and
that
I'll
the
be
weight
back
that
to
I
you.
put on, because now
You're
I'm
telling
about
the character
one-
to go.
when I trained for Bisping, I went up to 197. When after the weigh-in, I couldn't put back that weight up, so I was 190. He believed that the extra weight that I had was more water retention and residual inside my body. It was not like a solid mass, and it makes sense to me. Because now I feel much better, and I'm just as strong and even stronger. Like when I do Olympic lifting, much stronger. Gymnastics, much stronger. Like I feel stronger.
Yeah, and you said it reduced your inflammation as well.
It does. I have elbows. They don't have
You used to have always that inflated elbow. Like
Yes.
swollen elbow. What was that?
It was that was with my fight of the I got a surgery to take away the residual, the bone chip inside my elbow.
Is that from the elbows?
I think it's just but now I don't have any problem anymore. I don't feel it. Like it used to be a chronic thing that I used to feel some once in a while. Sometimes it came and it goes, but since I started this, it didn't came. I don't know. I feel great. I can touch my shoulder like this.
When you came back, it's very interesting because with a lot of people, they take time off, they come back, and you wonder what they're going to look like. But one of the things that I was very hopeful in you is that you've always been almost a martial artist first and a fighter second. And that you're always learning and you're always practicing. Like you would always take time in between camps and you would, do jiu-jitsu in Brazil, or you would be constantly practicing your Muay Thai. You're always trying to learn and improve your game. And I was thinking when you came back, it's like, if you were saying you were better than ever, I'm like, you might be better than ever. The one guy that I know, because a lot of times guys come back and like, he's been out of the game a long time. Who knows how hard he's been training? So a lot of fighters, when they're not at camp, when they're not preparing for a fight, they don't like to train that much because they the grind of camp almost wears them. Like
Now you
see
start
a lot of
pissing me
fighters
off.
after they retire, they get really fat.
Yeah.
Like, wow, how can you get fat? Like, I was looking at my son on the
Oh, you tapped me when I did that? Oh, listen, you got it down, son.
He's got his Instagram page. He's fat as fuck. He's got a cigar. He's drinking a whiskey. He just fought Floyd Mayweather a couple of years ago. Yeah. He was ripped. They retire. They don't give a fuck anymore. They don't want to do this anymore. But I heard people were still training because I would see, like in the heads of Gracie, the guys who were training with you there, and I think you trained with Danaher. I think you were constantly training. You were good. So I was like,
when I left, more than 4 years ago, I knew I wanted to come back. I was not in the happy place. I had a lot of personal problems. Actually, I didn't stop earlier. After my fight with If I would have stopped earlier, I would have maybe come back earlier. And it was...
Well, the block don't work there.
I felt
Like,
like
I
it
need
was
to
like
go to that place.
kind of a feeling of a
It'd be a good fight.
claustrophobic feeling, like I couldn't breathe well, I couldn't sleep well, my mind,
pressure.
Too much pressure, personal problems, so much stuff. A lot of stuff happened to me that it's still too early in my life, and for the respect of some people, I know I couldn't talk about it. One day I will. It's all mixed together. I knew they...
It's been a while while since we had the opportunity to talk to this man. What a privilege, what a pleasure it is to see Nick Diaz once again. It has been several years since you sat down and talked to me, Nick. I really appreciate the time this evening. How are you?
I'm doing all right.
Yeah, it's been a long time. The former Strikeforce and WEC welterweight champion, one of the greatest of all time. Fans were so happy.
I mean, I'm actually have had a pretty rough week.
Okay.
Actually, but I guess you can imagine. I mean, if you could, it's crazy because like you were saying, we had the big all the thing, all the fight and all this stuff. But people were like, oh yeah, like I'm having, some really good seats and everything. But you know what I mean? I usually try to like stay focused on what is important to me during these times, especially when I got like, this magnitude was what. So I'm like telling these guys in the back, like, yo, I'm happy to be here, cool, I gotta go and, say hi to everybody, what they love to do, and deal with everybody wondering what, looking at me, right? But my brother's fight, so I'm like, okay, well, as long as I'm having out for my brother's fight, it's like you got President Trump there, and you have all this security, and like serious security though, that, gives me a little anxiety, extra, especially when I feel like, a show that I run, I'm like, I don't have to deal with that. Especially at this point in time in my life, I don't even know this. But, you know what I mean? My level of respect towards what was really going on there was like, so it just makes me nervous because it's like my normal mentality, I had to like get back on it, but I really had to be part of what was going on with me. So that was a stressful day, and I knew I was never going to deal with that day if I went. So when I had the opportunity, I just kind of like, went with the flow. And I had to tell them, like, well, yo, I know it's not, it's not cool to be, I can feel, like, the level of intensity that was there, not just because of the fight, but because of the extra, and I was like, I can't keep up and moving around, walking like I do or I have to, you know what I mean, like out here, and so, like, my sense of security goes through the roof, but I had to go through, like, the end of that situation, like, with the opportunity, to be a part of the whole thing. It's just really not my thing to be responsible for, everybody else but my team and myself. So that was really putting us, like, in jeopardy, a little bit. And especially me, too, because, I was trying to definitely get the most out of it for both of us, for the academy, for big fighter, and Steel Jay, our team gang. So, that was a rough day. I start off anything with no BS, I learned, being full of shit over the backstanding event, so I'm going to be transparent. I got no problem doing it. I didn't have any room to have an ulterior motive. I got stuck just got to my brother, and all the respect, it's like started that 205 fight in the backyard. And with all the respect, Kim was like a friend of mine, but you know what I mean? Like, I was doing this backyard stuff way before, everybody knew Kim was like because he was analyzing YouTube stuff too. I was well aware of it. I'm like, Joe Rogan, I'm way ahead of you. What can I tell you? You know what I mean? Everybody's like, hey. And I'm like, I hope you respect the Joe and everybody, you as well, especially here on the platform. But I mean, you know, I'm like, you know, all the people that come out like doing the podcast, so those are all the well, everybody was just focused on like what was on and what he's supposed to be wearing, or like, you know, I had a stay-at-home girlfriend, and I was like, you know, 5 years, I mean, for 17 years, I was going to wait, I'm going to eat. You never, you know, after a while, you realize it's more life, so you don't realize that until they, you know, take the gun out of your face, and then you can go ahead and start to think like a normal person. So, really, like, I'm having like a couple of time off, and I'm like, I don't want to be grateful or grateful for that proposal, that suspension I went through, because I served for me, and the verdict was, but, you know, I'm not the bad guy in the end, so it's a problem. I accused the same thing. The one time it was a problem the first time, and the first time, like, since then, they turned from 50 nanograms to 150 nanograms because of me, and then from 150 nanograms it went up, and I never tested over 175 nanograms as far as I'm concerned. That's a low for, you know, I'm not doing numbers, but those numbers I can recognize, you know. I've never had time to do numbers. It's not fun, happy hour, you know, but like, once they give me a break, you know, so did everybody else around me that was, you know, important to me, but I had to give them a break too, that I had to make, you know, a little separation before I became a picture. But I got locked up, and I did exactly what I was supposed to be doing. Just the way I should have been doing it at the exact right time. So, you know, and looking back, I'm like, I've made enough mistakes. I never have. I can tell you, still please fix that it was still inside the course. Because that's what it is. You know, I need people now, I mean, like, you know what I mean? I have people now, I need to go, I'm like, there's no reason to lie, you know, have like, I mean, I just tell you straight up because I didn't do nothing wrong. You know what I mean? So, and I'm always the bad guy, negative about it, dark clouds. Oh, sorry, you know, sorry you lost the fight. Because I didn't show them. What are you talking about? Like, people on my team wasn't going to elaborate that this was a must. You know what I mean? Like, because, you know what I mean? Like, if I wasn't paying them, and they probably wasn't getting paid, and then I was missing out on cable. And, you know what I mean? The Ultimate Fighting Championships, they didn't have the platform to produce numbers and funds that I needed. You know what I mean? They didn't have that to do what they needed to do with the platform that I built for them. You know what I mean? So,
right, y'all.